Great Trevor Barker died last Friday at the age of 39 after losing his battle with cancer. Reporter Tim Cleary joins us from the Moorabbin Town Hall in Melbourne.
I can't hear him.
Oh, Tim, can you hear us at the moment? Hello, Tim. Tim's got his earpiece in. I don't think he can hear us, so we might just move right along, see if we can re-establish contact with respects to St Kilda great Trevor Barker. Here's our reporter Tim Cleary.
Well, Jason, around 3,000 people have crammed into the Moorabbin Town Hall, and there are about 700 more outside who have come along to pay their last respects to football great Trevor Barker, who at 39 died of cancer last Friday. For those viewers who didn't know him, Barker played 231 games over 15 seasons with St Kilda, a two-time best and fairest of the club and seven-time Victorian representative. Barker was one of the game's most flamboyant players who thrilled fans with his aerial skills and was known for his courage and loyalty to St Kilda during their tough times. The mood here has been very sombre, as you would expect. Those reading at the service were former teammate and friend Simon O'Donnell, skier Kirsty Marshall and media personality Eddie Maguire. There are also moving tributes from Barker's manager Jeff Joseph, the man who succeeded him as captain Danny Frawley, Trevor Barker's father Jack and St Kilda chief Andrew Plimpton. Barker will be remembered for his incredible loyalty and courage to the end. Loyalty because he spent 15 years at a struggling club and rejected much more lucrative offers to play elsewhere. Well, courage, he had plenty of it. He displayed it on the field every week, and to the very end, you have to admire the way he fought cancer. He kept it all to himself. It was a private battle, and the football world didn't really get wind of it until about 7 days before he died. So just wrapping up, Jason, Trevor Barker, a great footballer, a great man who will be very, very sadly missed. It's back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Tim. Tim Cleary outside the Moorabbin Town Hall, one of hundreds of people outside, and of course 3,000 people inside paying their last respects to the AFL great. Well, it's almost time to check Tuesday's weather, and also
Hall was packed as Barker's family and friends paid tribute to a football hero.
About 3,000 people gathered at the Moorabbin Town Hall this morning to farewell one of St Kilda's favourite sons, Trevor Barker. Former teammates and opponents were there to pay their respects to the Saints champion, as well as hundreds of others who couldn't fit into the hall. It was a moving service, Barker's friends and family paying tribute to his loyalty, courage and sense of fun.
Barks was an innovator when it came to looking after his mates, especially at Flemington on Oaks Day every year. His annual feat in the early 90s of getting 100 or so Sandringham players, officials and supporters into the members area with only one ticket on Ladies' Day was amazing.
The name Trevor Barker is not only indelibly inscribed on the honour boards of the St Kilda Football Club, AFL and VFL circles in general, but also and more importantly on the honour board of humanity, as it is Trevor who personifies everything that is good and right about life.
Barker's father Jack spoke of his son's great qualities and how he'd been made to keep Trevor's battle with cancer silent.
In closing, I cannot forget Trevor's last words to me. Dad, I gave it my best shot. Thank you.
For the Saints, the man who could fly like an angel will never be forgotten.
The St Kilda Football Club will never forget Trevor Barker. Football will never forget Trevor Barker. He will live with us forever.
The St Kilda and Sandringham players formed a guard of honour to send off their friend. Barker was later cremated at a private service. Tim Cleary, 10 News.
We'll pause for a break now, but next in this news hour, a young...
Thousands packed the Moorabbin Town Hall to say goodbye to the 39-year-old who lost his battle against cancer last Friday.
Some of football's biggest names were among a crowd of around 3,000 who this morning paid their final respects to St Kilda champion Trevor Barker. It was a fitting tribute to Barker, who played 231 games over 15 seasons with the Saints and was twice club champion. Family, friends and fans spoke of his loyalty, courage and sense of mateship and fun.
If any one of us could be a tenth of the man, both as certainly as a person and certainly as a sportsman, then we'd be doing okay.
Not too many people sort of in today's football are loyal, and very few can do what Trevor does. Because if anyone, he would have had reason to to leave St Kilda with all the setbacks and knockbacks he had there, but he chose to stay with them, and just shows the character of the person.
Well, I celebrate a magnificent life. We're all broken-hearted, and it's very sobering that anything like that can strike us down in the prime of our life. But I've always thought it's a disappointment that you can't have a peep out of the top of the box and see who's here, because this is just absolutely magnificent. And just like Ted Whitten, I think that Trevor Barker didn't have to die to become a good bloke, and I just think it's fantastic for him and his family.
The man always had time for the kids. Basically, at half-time, we'd run onto the ground and the guys would be off the ground. But as we sort of exchanged, he always had time and came down to do functions at Southland and training nights. So I've got nothing but admiration for the fellow.
It was a moving service. Barker's father, Jack, telling how his son insisted his fight with cancer stay private.
Last Tuesday I talked to him, and these were the last words that he said to me. Dad, I gave it my best shot. On Wednesday, as I sat holding his hand in hospital, saying some kind words to him with his eyes closed, I felt his fingers twitch as if to say, she is right, I'm okay, Dad.
Barker's spirit will live on at St Kilda. The club is looking at ways to honour its favourite son, perhaps with a perpetual trophy. Charity group The Crux Club is also expected to create a sports scholarship in Barker's name. Tim Cleary, 10 News.
The Fitzroy football